Well, Trey, we don't get to see you as much, so we're going to start with you today. Just out of curiosity, since you got that pick today, how would you compare your hands quality to Corey's?
I mean, I think it's hard, to live up to Corey hands, but I try my best, though. I try my best.
So, one of the things that was kind of apparent if you've watched Monroe play is they love to throw a lot of quick timing stuff to the inside. Mm-hmm. And that's the kind of thing where, you can come up, kind of disguise what you're doing, but if you drop out and you've got enough, speed to get back, you can do exactly what you did and pick that off. Is that something that you guys were focused on this week when the call came, was being able to range of motion, get back into that lane where he's probably not seeing you backpedal in there?
Yes, sir. Coach Jones and Coach West was telling us all week, emphasizing that we have to get out and get underneath the routes and make them throw it over the top. And if you get there, you might get you one. So I was just happy to be in the right place at the right time.
For this defense, it's always had a history of getting a lot of turnovers. That's always been a strength. And I think, there's still been turnovers this year, but in terms of overall margin, it hasn't really been in App's favor. Did it feel good as a unit to go out there and turn that ball back around and either give it back to the offense in good scoring position or, if you're Stephen Jones, you just take it to the house?
Yeah, a big thing for us has been, trying to create turnovers, create big plays on defense, and I feel like this game was just a glimpse of what we can really do.
Corey, 5 catches, 77 yards. Talk a little bit about Chase's ability to really work the ball around. You got the most targets today, which I'm sure you're happy with, but he throws to a lot of different guys. 5, 6 different guys caught passes in the first half.
We got a lot of playmakers in our receiver room, and even our running back and tight end room. We just have a lot of weapons on offense with a lot of older guys and even the younger guys too that we kind of know what we're doing, and we kind of had the mentality that when one guy comes out, another guy can come in. We think that we got a lot of interchangeable parts on offense. And, Chase, he just been stepping up. He looked really good last week, too, and he looked great today. So, I feel like we've had really good chemistry, but I feel like we're playing our best ball now. We're starting to get rolling.
Take us through the touchdown catch. What'd you see at the line? Yeah. How did it progress through the play, and what kind of throw did Chase make to you there?
So, basically that was a play that we knew we was going to run this week, and they ended up having the look that was kind of exactly how we practiced it. So, we kind of ran it just like we had been running it in practice. Same as that step, same as that timing, same as that area. And, it was kind of, we just ran like we ran it in practice. And it worked out the same way.
This is as balanced an App State offense in terms of passing yardage to rushing yardage as we've seen since the FBS move took place.
Yeah.
You've been a part of this offense for a while. You understand the value of the running game, the power of it. But, what would you say maybe the benefits are of being as balanced as you are right now, run to pass?
You can't really game plan for one. We got both things, and then obviously we got multiple guys that are good receiving and running the ball. We're deep in each room, so it's great to have that balanced attack. I feel like the receiver room has gotten better every year since I've been here. We're bringing good guys in, and the seniors are stepping up. We're getting better every year. So, we just been growing, and, we have talent in both rooms, so I think it's great that we can have a balanced attack.
You're a guy that's grown up around App football. It's been a part of your family for a long time. So you're a little bit of a historian, really, when it comes to this kind of thing. When you think about Thomas breaking the receptions record in this program, and the kind of receivers that have come before you guys, what do you think the significance of that is?
That's awesome. It doesn't get any better than that. Thomas, he's been a great part of our offense for a long time, and he's been making plays since his freshman year. So, he deserves every bit of that. The way he comes in here and works, and he just sets the example for the whole room and for the whole team. So, for Thomas, man, I was so excited for him, and we knew kind of before the game he was going to get it, today. So, it's just a real special moment doing something like that here at App.
All the time.
No, normal preparation. We've always had next man up mentality, and I've played my role, and I got a chance today and tried to make the best of it.
Talk a little bit about the significance as a defense of the 5 turnovers. Because getting your offense back out on the field, especially when they're kind of clicking like they were today, got to be exciting for you. And the turnovers have been a little bit of an issue going the other way. 2 against Marshall, 2 against Coastal. I know you guys wanted to come out and really kind of flip the script on that. What do you think really contributed to being able to get your hands on some balls today?
I think everybody was locked in on practice, and Coach Jones, Coach Clark, I think they made it a big deal this week. I think ULM was maybe +8 in that margin over the season, and that was a big emphasis for us. And people did what they were supposed to do, and it worked out.
In any defense, I think, but especially this defense, it's important that the linebackers kind of be making the stops. The D-line's going to keep the blockers off of you, and you guys have got those fits you've got to make to stop the ball around the line of scrimmage. Today, the linebacker group had 53 of the 79 tackles, so you guys were getting the job done there. What was going on at the line of scrimmage that allowed you to get free and get into those fits the way you needed to?
I think it's just D-line. I think it's the way our D-line plays, and they don't get enough credit because they do a lot for this defense. I know it's built to be around linebackers making tackles, but those guys did a hell of a job today, and they made the gaps wide open, and all we had to do was just make the plays we're supposed to make. So that's kind of how it worked out today.
Being able to really step on the gas today and separate from a team, because you guys have had some nail biters here already early this season. Does that maybe give you a little bit of added confidence of, hey, we feel like we're picking up some momentum here. We have a huge win over Coastal. We really jump on Monroe quickly today. Let's continue to carry this kind of momentum forward, and let's continue to separate in these games so that we're playing from the front.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think Coach Clark said it. We're starting to peak, and we haven't played our best 4 quarters of offense and defense, special teams yet, but we're improving every week, and we just keep building confidence, which I think is great for our football team. And it was nice to separate and play with the lead for a while. So that was real nice today.
There's obviously a lot of talented pieces on this defense, and the coaches have talked about you being a guy that needs to be right there in the mix of, among those guys making plays. What do you think you show, whether it's on film or in practice, that kind of instills that confidence in the staff?
I'm kind of an undersized guy, so I think it's just effort. I think it's attitude and effort and running the ball, because those are things I can control. I can't control a lot of different variables, but I can control my attitude, my effort, and getting my butt to the ball. So I think that's kind of where I hang my hat on.
And I think that just comes with connecting on our plays, and you want to score in the first quarter. That's the whole point. And like you said, I didn't even know that stat. That's a crazy stat. But it seems like in the second half we've always picked it up, but that first half we've either come out flat or we just missed something barely. But today really coming out with a lot of juice, a lot of excitement, and connecting on some plays, running the ball. O-line did a tremendous job tonight and letting Nate, Cam, and Anderson run. But I think that was kind of the big deal, in our defense getting stops and a turnover. Turnovers were the biggest part of the game, I thought, getting us a short field and ways to score the ball. So
ULM's defense kind of forces you to maybe pick your shots. They're going to run 3 deep on the safeties. Sometimes it's a disguised look, but they do a pretty good job of leaving everybody back, so you're not quite sure what's there until the play starts. Mm-hmm. And that requires that you have some time to first identify what they're doing, and then you got time to let some routes develop. You mentioned the offensive line. They kept you pretty clean today. We were giving Cam some props because there was one time I think you maybe it was even on a touchdown pass. He clipped a guy right at the end who was coming for your head. Talk a little bit about the blocking today and how that enabled you to wait for some of that downfield stuff to develop.
Yeah, they did a great job today. They've really done a great job all year. I think we have 7 sacks total this year, and I'd probably say 5 of them are on me by holding the ball too long. And so each week I've gotten better by getting the ball out of my hands quickly, knowing where I'm going with the ball, and getting it out before they even get a chance to get a hit on me. So, and today was a perfect example of us calling some quick game, getting the ball out quick, and also picking our shots, like you said. Zach Alley Xavier Brewer, they were at Clemson when I was there, and them two are kind of disciples of Coach Venables, and I knew they'd have a plan. Two really smart coaches, and wanted to put their defense in the best position to win. And so they did some disguising and had me fooled a few times. But what I'm happy about myself today is that I stuck with some progression. Didn't even look at the line. I just knew they were going to protect me. I think that's like the last few weeks I've really just kind of settled in. You can see it on the field, me just kind of owning the offense and being taken care of by the five guys up front and the tight ends and back. So huge kudos to them, and I know it's just going to build confidence going forward.
You know, this is your first year in the program, but you know you've really clearly made some connections with the entire receiver group. What's the significance for you of being the guy that made the throw to Thomas Hennigan that took him over the top for the receptions record at App State?
Yeah, I told him that in the locker room just before I got up here, gave him a hug, and I just said I'm happy that I was able to give you the catch to put you over the top, and many more to come. I want to get him in the end zone. It's been a long time. It's been since ECU, and trying to get him ways to get the ball and make plays. And dude's just got phenomenal hands. He's a great player. He's a great leader. He was a great roommate when I first got here. So having that connection with him and also with the other guys, Malik, Corey, even the C-Dub and Seahorn, and now the tight ends getting involved today. That was awesome to see, making plays for us. So, but it meant a lot. I took a lot of pride in that, and let them know on the side that I'm very thankful I was able to do that for you and kind of embrace that moment together.
You ran through kind of a list of receiving options today, but you left off the hottest guy on the team. You know, talk about spur and those great hands down at the goal line. You know, when that play comes up, and you've got him open, do you take maybe a little bit of juice off that ball, just realizing I got to remember he's still a defensive lineman at the end of the day?
Yeah, we practice it every day. Honestly, we go through the same script of plays down on the goal line, and he comes over from defense. He comes waddling over, and I told him today. He said, "Man, you almost threw it too high." I said, "Man, I forgot how short you were." And so, kind of seeing him running, and he's easy to lose, I guess. He just slips through, and give him a nice easy ball. So yeah, I'm happy for him getting 2 touchdowns today. That was pretty cool. It's because we've worked on it a lot, so it's been nice.
We do have one more question from Eddie Wooten with the Winston-Salem Journal. Going into the final 4 regular season games, with key games against Louisiana and Coastal behind you, what's the team doing best at this point in the season? What are the biggest opportunities for improvements?
Yeah, right now what we're doing really good at is building on momentum. Right here. Sorry, building on momentum and just having fun with it one game at a time. I think last week you heard me talk to Spur about it's just ball, and at the end of the day it is ball, and we're going to go out there and play a hard 4 quarters and be prepared for a dogfight every game. So we've been battle tested. We've played 4 quarters, and I think we're well prepared. And I think moving forward, we have great opportunity to take control of getting to the championship at the end of the year. We control our own destiny, and we come to work every day and be focused. I think we have a good opportunity.
Any opportunity where you can play, something that you're super passionate about or do anything that you're passionate about is it's amazing. And, to be able to, go out and practice the week of Coastal, just built up confidence in my head just because I wasn't practicing. And then this week, seeing what I did the previous week and all that, I just kind of built off of that. And, it was great this week practicing, and I moved around really well. My cuts have, progressively gotten better. Not all the way where, I want them to be, but, it's good enough to, be able to go out there and produce with my teammates. And it hurts when you can't play, and I battled injury a few times here, and I've always fought through that kind of adversity. So it's always good to, step on the field and just play with my brothers.
You guys averaged 6 yards a carry today as a team. What kind of work was the offensive line getting done up front for you?
Well, they were making sure they was getting a great push. We worked all week on the run scheme and taking care of how they fit the blitzes and all that. And, the running backs and the offensive line and tight ends, we work super hard every single week on, the outside zone scheme, inside zone scheme, because that's App State's bread and butter. So, the offensive line really did a good job of getting a push, and the tight ends did a really good job of getting to the second level and clearing things out.
Speaking of blocking, I saw one play where Chase, it was a big play, I can't remember if it was a touchdown or not, but they had a blitzer coming right up Main Street, and I think you kind of saw him at the last minute, jumped over there and just clipped him enough to give Chase the time to make the throw. Talk about that part of your job of making sure that you're keeping Chase standing up.
I want to be as good as a blocker as I am a runner, because that's part of the game, and I love blocking. I like using my body and showing that I can do that. And so anytime Chase is back there, I don't want Chase to get hit. I don't want my quarterback hit, because that's my brother. That's the guy who's taking charge, and so I want to protect him just like the O-line protects me. So I take that part of my game very seriously, and anytime I can pick up a blitz, especially if it's a late one, I get excited. Like, it's good to show that I can block. Like, I'm a good blocker, and that's something that I've improved on a lot since coming from high school, coming here, because in high school I didn't have to block much. I was just give me the ball and go, and then here I had to learn how to protect and read blitzes and read who's coming, see if there's a high safety or is the safety over the corner, is the corner going to blitz. Like, it's also quick. So being able to pick that up, it builds excitement. I get more excited off a block than a big run.
Talk a little bit about you and Nate running in combination, because I feel like you're both better when you're able to kind of complement each other on the field. You've got different running styles, and it never gives the defense a chance to kind of catch their breath when it's just one of you after the other. What do you think is so effective about your running style to his running style, and how those two things really pressure a defense?
Man, me and Nate, we like thunder and lightning and thunder. Man, I'm proud of Nate, because he a young guy, and when he came in, he had to step up, because guys got hurt and I had to step up, and now we just like a dynamic duo. And every game we always joking around like brothers, and that chemistry that we have, when we take that to the field, we take that to the game. It's just we piggyback off each other's energy. Nate makes a big play, I go make a big play. He comes to the sideline, like, I'm happy for every run he has. And Nate is somebody said on the sideline today, Nate he's gonna get the yards, and I'm gonna get the tutty. Because and I've been harping on Nate all year. I'm like, bro, you got to get in the box. You got to score. Like, you getting all these yards, you got to go score. And Nate comes out and he's like, man, they always hitting you different. Why they hitting me like this? I'm like, hey, man, I don't know. I'm just, my style of play has changed a lot. I want to be physical. I want to be a bruiser. I'm not trying to be super flashy as much as I used to. And Nate's just such a quick guy, and he's so fast out of his cuts. And I think that's so hard for a defense to just, all right, how we gonna play 20 if we run this? If they run this, how we gonna play 6 if they run this? Because I'm sneaky fast too. I don't want no defense out there to get it twisted. I'm fast now, so and I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit you before you hit me. So I think that's definitely difficult for any defense to try to handle me and Nate at the same time.
I just had one last one for you. I think the offense went for it maybe 6 times on 4th down in the first half, and I'm sure that's no surprise the way you guys are aggressive, but just what does that say to you guys offensively? I'm sure that you like that kind of aggressiveness.
Oh, yeah, we love that, because, that's just saying, like, Coach got confidence in us that we can go make that play and in short down situations and shoot maybe 4th and medium. I feel like, you know, we on that side of the 50, you know, we're going to take that chance. I believe in every single person on the field. Chase can make the throw. Receiver's going to make the catch. O-line going to make the block. I'm going to make the run. Nate going to make the run. Somebody, it's just, we practice that so much, and to get in the game and actually do it, it's just something like, okay, yeah, like, we know we can do it. It's just, you know, a matter of if Coach going to call it or not. Today he was super aggressive, which I like. You know, we didn't get every single one, but, you know, he kept going, and we converted. I mean, I think the touchdown I had, the second one was a fourth down. And so, you know, that was to see the O-line get all that push, and, you know, after being stopped the first play before it and just getting that push and just, you know, allowing me to get outside and just kind of just be a running back, you know, that's just showing confidence in every person on the field from the coaching staff, which is, as a player, that's what you want.